again. Welcome back. This is part 2. Sorry for the slight delay. I did intend it to be 2 weeks, 2 weeks after the previous video. Right, where to start? Lars, your videos are a bit late. I've incorporated a couple, so I'll show those later. Right, so Badwa Jin part 2. As you know, it's easy to learn. Takes a few minutes per move. I'll recap on the points to consider when practicing. Don't forget to subscribe now if you haven't done so already. Hit the button down below, subscribe down there. Two clips of individuals that have sent in videos. I thought they were suitable. So we'll watch those as I discuss points to practice. I was sent others, but some weren't so suitable. The unclothed clips are especially not suitable for YouTube. So here you've got Mario and Kevin, so you can enjoy them doing the exercises. Mario's the head instructor of the House Style Association in the UK, so you can see him practicing there. And Kevin with a partner, I believe. So, points to consider. Speed should be slow and even throughout. Repeat each move. 8 to 12 repetitions is fine. You can do 36 times, up to you. Start with 8 for each particular set. That's a good place to start. Breathing should be natural, regular, even, and the awareness is in the movement with the breath. Breathing should not be forced or hurried. Obviously don't hold your breath, and some styles practice timing the breath with the movement, but in this case there's no need. If you want a little bit more on breathing, then you can check out the previous video or one of the videos regarding breathing and meditation. The movements should be performed correctly, so look at the form in a relaxed manner without strain. So you're not actually trying to put tension into the movement itself. The healing effects or the actual benefit of Badwa Jin can only be derived from correct execution of the form. So pay attention to the movement and the posture, and that's very important. The mind should be centered, free from thoughts, and completely focused on the breath and the movement. Try not to let the mind wander. Mindset is very important in practice. One must practice regularly and consistently. Ideally the form should be completed once a day in quiet, comfortable, natural surroundings. Early morning is advisable, and obviously avoid extreme climate if it's too wet, too cold. So we'll carry on watching a few more of these movements. Then we'll move on to my other assistant, which is my teacher, Master Lu. He'll be going through the next set of movements. The footage taken was from 30 years ago, and it's, like I said in the previous video, first time released to public. Watch and be sure to follow along. Each segment is a couple of minutes long, and there's a repetition. So the first part you can watch, and when you see the follow along part, try to join in. It will only take a few minutes, then we'll return back. So we'll just hold on a moment whilst these guys complete the set. You can enjoy the funky background as you're watching the moves. So you can see modern day practitioners doing the movements, and you can see the ancient day practitioners in the images behind. I think the ones in the background are nicer dressed than the modern ones. I think you should get some red pants, maybe. That will look nice. Just check the comments here. Hi, got Mario, Gary, Adam, Janice. Nice to see you guys. Hope you're practicing hard. Okay, so let's switch over to this screen. So the next set of videos, I'll go through the names briefly, then we can jump into the video itself. So first move is sway the head, shake the tail. Second one, clench the fist and glare fiercely. Two hands, hold the feet to strengthen the kidneys and waist, and the last one is bouncing on the toes. You can watch the video, so I'll let the video play, and if you have any questions, do post them onto the chat, and maybe I can answer them before we say farewell. So let me just switch this over. Sway the head and shake the tail. This is said to regulate the function of the heart and lungs. Its primary aim is to remove excess heat from the heart, also known as Xinhuo, or heart fire in traditional Chinese medicine. In practicing this piece, the practitioner squats into a low horse stance, places the hands on thighs with the elbows facing out, and twists to glance in each opposite direction. Next section, follow along. Clench the fists and glare fiercely. This is largely a punching movement either to the sides or forward whilst in a horse stance. This set is the most external of the pieces. It's aimed at increasing general vitality and muscular strength. Next section, follow along. Two hands hold the feet to strengthen the kidney and waist. This involves a forward bending and a holding of the legs while swaying side to side. TCM function, strengthen kidneys and waist. Next section, follow along. Bouncing on the toes. This is a push upward from the toes with a small bouncing motion before landing. The gentle shaking vibrations of this piece is said to smooth out the chi after practice of the preceding 7 pieces. TCM function, prevent and cure illness. Next section, follow along. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed and followed along. I had a couple of comments, so I'll talk about that before we close. Clenching the fist and glaring fiercely. Quite often, this is seen as punching. And it's translated as punching, but it's not a punch. When you practice this, you imagine you're holding something in your palm and you're squeezing and you're shaking or forcing your arms outwards. So you're doing a squeezing motion and pushing outward at the same time. So you're clenching your fist and look in the direction that you're doing this. Obviously, other styles differ, but the importance is following the practice and understanding the principles behind the practice. The bouncing on the toes, you can revisit the video and you can watch the method here. I'll describe it to you and you can understand it a little bit better. You raise up, you raise the heels, so you lift the heels off the ground. You bounce several times whilst the heels are off, then you lower down. Then you repeat. So you raise up, bounce several times, then lower down, then start again. So if you watch the video, you can actually count. There is a 7 count. Up, then bounce, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then down. Those are a couple of pointers for when you practice. Let me check the comments, no comments. So the description I put, if you want to send your videos in or your photos, and I can add them or create a montage. I've already done so for this video, but if you still want to send them in, I will check the email badwanjin@howtaichi.com. The address is in the description, and I maybe will create another montage just for viewers' pleasure of people doing it around the world wherever they are that have followed this video. So that's it. I hope everyone enjoyed the session and learnt something. Don't forget to subscribe, keep safe, protect yourself, protect your family, and hopefully see you soon.